Hey everyone, it's Unlikely Hero here again, playing some more Monster Rancher. So I was recording a video just now, but unfortunately it got messed up, so I've lost the footage for that one. But I was basically just continuing to train Slimeson, so nothing very interesting was lost, except I was talking about how you can see that there are now, next to the Endure drill, there are 2 stars now, and that's just because Slimeson has increased his defense enough that he now does a more intensive version of the drill. So I'll go in there and show you that. So you can see now that the logs are thicker and like heavier looking. So it is just a more intense drill, and it does mean that sometimes he fails it now because he kind of needs to like get used to the new intense version of the drill. So we might see a few more failures in his endurance training, and that's okay, that's perfectly normal. Okay, so we are now into December again, so that should mean that we've got an official tournament coming up at the end of this month, which I do intend on entering. Because his stats have gone up quite a lot, especially his defense has gone up significantly. So, just go in there and show you that quickly. Yeah, so you can see his defense is now level 7, and his power is actually level 4, so that has gone up a fair bit. It's still not particularly high, but it was really, really low to begin with, so that is quite a lot of improvement for him. Oh gosh, he's almost 3 years old already. Like I said before, the time in this game goes so quickly. So, it's actually his rest week, and in the footage that I lost, I was talking about how he has been stressed out a lot more recently. I think I'm going to have to incorporate the mint leaf into his kind of schedule a bit more often, which is going to be a problem financially speaking, because I don't have a huge amount of money at the moment due to not having won many tournaments recently. So his upkeep is kind of getting more expensive, but I'm going to struggle to afford that. But hopefully this tournament will go well, and then I thought my voice sounded funny then. Well, yeah, hopefully it will go well, and we can get some more money and go up to the next rank as well. So we'll give him some rest just before the tournament to make sure that he is in the best shape he can possibly be in. And we'll see how this goes. I'm just gonna move the computer a little closer to me. Right there. So, I mean, his stats are looking pretty decent now, especially his skill and defense. After how the last 2 official tournaments have gone, I'm really uncertain how this will pan out. You know, having come second the first time I attempted the rank D, and then coming last in the most recent attempts, it's a bit... not sure how this is going to go. Who have we got then? Oh god, okay. So I've just seen that the monster called Sleet Bomb is in the tournament this time. He hasn't been in the tournament my last 2 attempts of rank D. He is probably the rank D monster I struggle with the most, actually. And, you know, you've seen already how much trouble I've had with rank D, so yeah. Sleet Bomb, in my prior experience, is worse than all these other monsters. I am still not feeling great about Slimeson's power level. I still think that needs more work. Although at the moment my main problem here with Sakura Art is that she's just dodging all of Slimeson's attacks. I think Sakura Art does actually have quite high defense, so I don't really see this as a true kind of reflection of Slimeson's power. Okay. That was so close. Yeah, her attack definitely is still quite high, her power, I mean. Because even with Slimeson's increased defense, those attacks are still pretty powerful. But I think her defense is quite high, and with Slimeson's power still being quite low, just still not doing the kind of damage really that we want to be doing. Let's see how we do against Capella. Sorry, my nose made a funny noise then. Hopefully you guys didn't hear that. Okay, so I think that Capella's attacks aren't doing quite so much damage to Slimeson this time around, so that's good. It's a good reflection on his defense training, but yeah, his attacks are definitely doing a little more against Capella now as well, which is good. Same as I said with the fight with Sakura Art, always better to have a little bit more power. So I will still... that was still quite a powerful hit. I will still continue to train his power and definitely his defense. I think it is looking like, from a tactical point of view, Slimeson's defense might end up being his best asset, so we've definitely put a lot of focus into that, I think. I'm so glad that Capella didn't come in for another attack then. So I've got Millium up again next. Obviously seen her in a couple of tournaments now. Haven't had too much trouble with her. I'm more interested actually to see how we do against Sleep Bomb. Because as I said before, I usually have trouble with him, but Slimeson is kind of trained in a different way than most of my monsters usually are, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. Could be worse than usual, to be honest. That's what we like to see. That is what we want in a battle. Ooh, that isn't. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, actually. But, yeah, where Millium's got a lot of intelligence, the green attacks are going to be her most powerful ones, and the Ray is one of her most powerful attacks, so I was worried that that was going to do more damage than that. But luckily it didn't, so we're alright, and that's a good win for Slimeson there. Okay, so we've got Sleep Bomb up next, and I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit nervous. Hopefully it won't be too embarrassing, but I think given that I have actually said that I have trouble with him, I think that I have kind of given you guys some warning there. So, here goes nothing. Yeah, so you can see Sleep Bomb has a lot of life and a lot of power. And, I mean, his defense is pretty high too. His skill and speed aren't that great though, so hopefully Slimeson can dodge his attacks and land quite a lot of attacks of his own. Hopefully, that's what we would be aiming for here. Yeah, so you can see how powerful his attacks are, just from that. Just hoping he won't land too many of them. And that Slimeson can land plenty of attacks. Because they're not going to do a huge amount of damage, unfortunately, so it's going to be all about landing as many as possible. I'm not being too proactive about getting in there because I just don't have the guts at the moment, so can't really make any attacks. I was hoping that that wouldn't come to a KO. Actually, Sleep Bomb did have quite a high hit percent there, so even though his skill wasn't that high, it was still pretty likely to hit Slimeson. Should have noticed that, really. That actually didn't go as badly as some of my matches against him have gone in the past, though, believe it or not. I could still do quite well in this tournament, so I'm not too worried. I think Sleep Bomb will probably win. Although if I win my next match and he loses his next one, I could be in a tie-break with him, but I would still say in that scenario he would probably win the tournament, because I don't see myself being able to beat Sleep Bomb. So we've got Harimal now. This little guy. I've trained one of these things before, briefly, before I accidentally overwrote the save file. Very cute. Not really sure if I'm very good at training them. I didn't really have long enough before I accidentally deleted the save, so... But I've always thought that that particular breed of monster is very cute. Give me some space. Really kind of wanted to just get that last hit in, was, kind of hoping it would be a knockout. It is always very tempting to try and go for the knockout. Like, as brutal as it seems, you do just feel kind of a sense of accomplishment. Okay, so I've won 3 matches. Okay, so I think Sleep Bomb has won the tournament there. Oh, actually, I think there's a tie break between Sleep Bomb and Sakura Art by the looks of it. I'm hoping that means I've come third, because that wouldn't be too bad. I've trained a monster the same breed as Sleep Bomb. His name was Dave. He was very cute, very, very powerful as well, but most of them were just very cute because it's a big dog-like thing. As much as I dislike fighting Sleep Bomb, he's a very cute monster. Okay, so I did come third. That's pretty cool. That should mean I still get some prize money. Not very much, mind you, but it's better than nothing. And my fame went up as well. Well, Slimeson's fame, not mine. I'm just the trainer, I don't count. But yeah, that didn't go too badly. I kind of hoped that I would win or come second, but I wasn't really expecting Sleep Bomb to be there. We were briefly in the 2000s, just wasn't gonna last. But we're a little further away from being down to 1000 now, so... with the money, I mean. So, I'm gonna give Slimeson a mint leaf, because I imagine he could be quite stressed out after that tournament. Let me give him some rest again. And then I'll see where his stats are at, because I know they increased a little bit after the tournament, and I hadn't really looked at them after that last little bit of training before the tournament as well, so... Okay. Pretty close to another level on defense with the pace at which he increases it. Power isn't that far off, but because he doesn't increase his power very quickly, it will take a little longer. Just don't really have the heart to scold him for that. So we are just going to be back to the grind. Carry on training. Most likely to enter the official tournament again in the next season. Because I think I placed high enough in that tournament that I stand a chance of winning, so... Yeah, alright then. Okay, so I have promised to play with Slimeson this week, but I am actually gonna leave this video here, so we'll see the snowball fight, as I expect it will be, in the next video. Bye guys!